Honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, and for those of you watching us live on our Forces News YouTube channel across the globe as well on BFBS TV, a warm welcome to the long room here at Lord's Cricket Ground. Before we get underway for the Royal Navy Sports Awards, I think it would be remiss of us this evening in this place not to place in our thoughts the great England batsman Robin Smith, who would have graced this room many times in the 1980s and 90s, and whose death we heard about earlier, aged just 62, at his home in Australia. All of our thoughts and deepest sympathies go to his family and friends. But we're here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate another great year of Royal Navy sport. And our guest of honour, former Olympic, World, Commonwealth and European champion cyclist, Honorary Colonel and Corps Ambassador for the Royal Marines, Victoria Pendleton, CBE.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's an absolute pleasure to be here, and I'd just like to declare the Royal Navy Sports Awards officially open.
Thanks, Victoria. And let's welcome our MC onto the stage, ladies and gentlemen, WO1 Andrew Sticky Verco.
Keep going. No, okay. So we now enter the second phase of this evening, and to preside over Team of the Year, please welcome Corporal Declan O'Neill.
Steady on the lectern, steady in the long room. Commodore Ma'am, distinguished and honoured guests, my name is Corporal Declan O'Neill. I'm a Royal Marines physical training instructor, Basic Commando Training Centre, Royal Marines. And I'll be reading out the citation for the Sports Team of the Year, which is the Royal Navy Men's Golf Team, also known as Club Swingers. I'm not talking about you, Table 2. In 2025, the Royal Navy Men's Golf Team achieved a historic milestone, winning the Inter-Service Championships outright for the first time in 23 years. This success followed a 3-year transformation led by Team Captain, Warrant Officer Class 2, Freddie Lomas, who set a bold vision to identify talent, foster resilience, and build a dominant team. Individuals within the team also have had significant success within their civilian clubs. Buoyed by victories over Hayling Golf Club and the Civil Service, the team arrived at Sawton Golf Club ready to make a history. Against the RAF, the Navy surged ahead with a commanding 4-1 lead in the foursomes and an 8-2 singles victory, securing a dominant 13-2 win. On the final day, Chris Harris delivered a career-defining bunker shot in the last foursomes match to secure a vital half point. The Navy then attacked the singles with confidence, with Harris clinching the title-winning point before Tom Yates sealed an 8-7 triumph over the Army. For the first time in nearly 25 years, the Royal Navy defeated both the RAF and the Army to claim the inter-service crown with authority, style and unity. This double success reflects their vision, resilience, making them worthy winners of the Royal Navy Sports Team of the Year. The award is presented by Commodore Susie Nielsen, OBE, Deputy Director, People Delivery.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a phenomenal performance from the Royal Navy men's golf team. It was my pleasure to actually interview Freddie afterwards, and you were pretty elated then at the time. And having that trophy in your hand means quite a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, John. I was a bit late, and I think I swore a couple of times when we did it first time. I promise I won't swear tonight. But yeah, it's a fantastic achievement, and all down to the boys. We've got all 10 of the inter-service team here this evening. It's just been a fantastic year, and winning the Team of the Year award has just has been the highlight of a wonderful season. I
mean, you had to do it. The women did it a couple of years before, didn't they?
Well, absolutely. Well, they did, and in fact, let's talk about that for a minute. They were elected to win this award as well this evening. I think they've won the inter-services 3 of the last 4 years, and they really have dominated in-service golf. In fact, this would be a good time to mention a couple of those women, if that's okay. Lauren Hulston, who's the ladies' team captain, who's here this evening. Maybe Deb's Fowl, would it be appropriate to talk about her this evening?
Completely.
Yeah, so Deb's Fowl is retiring from Navy Sport, and Deb's, on behalf of, all Royal Navy Golf, men's, ladies, you wish you all the best in the future. You've been a fantastic mentor to me, and a leading light in Navy golf, and, you'll be sorely missed, but, fantastic, Deb's.
Let me bring in Ewan Wickham-Martin, one of the younger members of the team, I think. And Ewan, I think they regarded you as one of the stars of the show.
It's the first I've heard of it, actually. Thanks very much. It was good. Getting thrown in quite early on in my naval career was an experience. But it's nice being there with the lads. I've said to you before, the support's been there, but also at the same time, what I really appreciated the most was the fact that I was able to I had trust from the other lads to knuckle down and get the points for the team. So it went a long way, and my hat goes off to them just as much as everyone else. It's a good job this year, well done, boys.
It was mentioned in the citation there about a certain bunker shot. Can you just tell us? You must have been elsewhere on the course at the time, but everyone was talking about it.
Yeah, it was a bit tense at the end, and then I must admit, I did walk into the clubhouse and then heard the cheer. I didn't actually see it in person, chats. So, I saw it was good, and I saw it on the video afterwards that was uploaded, and it was class, mate, especially from there. So, out of that pot bunker, straight into the cup. Fair play.
Let me bring Freddie back in again, because Freddie, I just want to ask you really about the road that you've had to this success, and it's been a long road, hasn't it?
Yes.
23 years, actually.
Oh, right, yeah, exactly. So 23 years since we last beat the RAF and Army outright. But I guess the shorter road has been the last 3 years that we've been building the team and bringing new young blood into the team, of which we've got 4 of the guys that I identified 2 years ago from the development services, and said, right, we need to get the youngsters in. This is the future. And, we did take a chance. You read that in the citation, and, went for it. They believed in it. The whole team have believed in it. And, we've embraced it, as a collective. And they've just been brave and, just really gone for it. And
we talk about inter-services rivalry. That win over the RAF, 13-2, I think is the biggest ever margin of victory in an inter-services match.
Yeah, that was
not bad, really.
Yeah, that was a good day. Predominantly, the RAF are strong in golf, services golf, and they have been over the years. And putting a victory like that over them didn't surprise me. And I said this in my speech at Saunton, in the winning speech. When it came to it, I said, I'm not surprised we've won this week, and I'm not. Because I'm proud of these boys. This evening's theirs. The season's been theirs, and I can be proud of what they've achieved. And I wasn't surprised. The confidence that we've built in the last few years, and certainly going into this season, has just been on a level that I've not seen before. And I see the boys walking around the golf course, and they've just got a gait about them. They've got a presence that we're going to win today. You know, we're not going to lose.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can tell it means so much to the men's golf team to be the champions of the Royal Navy for 2025. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Commodore Mum, distinguished and honoured guests. My name is Colour Sergeant Andy Godfrey, physical training instructor from Commando Training Centre, and I'll be reading out the citations for Royal Navy Sports Official of the Year. And the first nomination goes to Lieutenant Commander Adam Kumar. Lieutenant Commander Adam Kumar has been a transformative force in the Armed Forces Aquatics since joining the Royal Navy. Under Adam's dynamic leadership, RN Aquatics has become one of the fastest growing and largest Category 2 sports in the Royal Navy, fostering a culture of participation and excellence. His vision has not only elevated the sport at HMS Temeraire, but also inspired Army and RAF teams to emulate RN Aquatics' success. The association now thrives across 4 disciplines: swimming, diving, open water and water polo, with over 200 active members. In the past year alone, Adam facilitated over 40 competitions, training sessions and grassroots events across the UK. Beyond his official role as secretary, Adam has selflessly taken on responsibilities such as vice chair, sports development officer, UK Armed Forces Inter-Services Secretary, and supported Treasury duties, ensuring seamless operations despite limited resources. Adam also spearheaded the RN-hosted Inter-Services with exceptional organisational skill. The men's swimming team reclaimed the title after 3 years of Army dominance, while the diving team saw a continued triumphant return to the pool after 2 decades' absence. Achievements that reflect Adam's ability to inspire peak performance under pressure. Lieutenant Commander Adam Kumar's extraordinary contributions and infectious passion and unwavering dedication makes him the outstanding candidate for Royal Navy Sports Official of the Year. The second nomination goes to Lieutenant Commander William Hill. Lieutenant Commander William Hill has served as the RN Fencing Secretary for 3 years, focusing relentlessly on building the sport and supporting our fences in competition. William worked exceptionally hard to ensure that fencing was recognised and represented at all Navy-fit grassroots events. He rebuilt and ran the flagship club in Portsmouth and updated the formal branding of RN fencing kit to ensure greater visibility in the civilian open competition scene, which subsequently led to the discounted entry for Navy fencers. William organised, delivered and competed in the RN championships and the knockouts, raising the standard of management and live streaming of results up to British fencing standard for the first time. Working hand in glove with the chair to enable fencers to gain the most from the association, William helped develop new initiatives such as financial incentives for fencers to compete in civilian open competitions, ensuring they could access equipment with which to compete. William also maintained our equipment and weapons, which was impressive, considering the volume of equipment held. William championed safety in Navy fencing, writing and renewing all the risk assessments and ensuring compliance with safety reporting. Approachable and affable, William has developed an amazing amount of work to make fencing accessible and has been an incredible ambassador for the RN in the wider fencing community. For his dedication in the sport, professionalism and sheer volume of output, Lieutenant Commander William Hill is thoroughly recommended for Royal Navy Official of the Year. third and final nomination for this category is Chief Petty Officer Bryn Phillips. Chief Petty Officer Bryn Phillips has had another outstanding year as the Royal Navy's lead for all marathon and half marathon athletics events. His management of events and investment in athletes was rewarded with yet another season of outstanding results by RN runners. He single-handedly arranged and organised all of the officials for the very first Heron Half at Yelverton and chaired a committee of volunteers to organise the race. He controlled over 300 runners and officiated to the highest standards of the day, whilst also raising money for the Royal Navy and Royal Marines charity. Bryn is also the lead for the Warriors Across the Sea Challenge, where RN athletes raced in the Washington Marathon and London Half Marathon against a team from the US Marine Corps. Bryn successfully arranged for the RN's inclusion into the Big Half in London, liaising with organisers for a reduced entry fee, access to the elite start and VIP area for the presentations, securing this high-profile event as a long-term fixture for RN athletics. Multiple triumphs were achieved at the Inter-Services Marathon Championships, where Bryn has ensured RN athletics have fielded the very strongest teams in recent years, which have been extremely competitive against an Army team full of international athletes. Chief Petty Officer Bryn Phillips is highly recommended and deserving of recognition as Royal Navy Sports Official of the Year. His total dedication to RN athletics makes him an exemplary role for all officials, both within the Navy and wider civilian athletics community. Please can I now invite up Mr. Robert Gray, Managing Director, ESS Defence and Chair of Naval Service Sports Charity, to present the award.
Good evening, everybody, and it gives me a particular delight to represent the Naval Service Sports Charity this evening. And before I announce the winner, I'd like to congratulate all three on their achievements. So, the winner is Adam Coomer.
Well, Adam, many congratulations on winning this. And I think we should first of all say what an incredible set of nominations we've just heard there for, also for William and Bryn.
Yeah, it's really an honour to be up here, I think, for all of us. We've got a fantastic room full of sportsmen and women and across the Royal Navy and the Royal Marines. And they wouldn't be there without the people behind them doing all the work, facilitating all of it, putting all of it on. So it's really fantastic to be able to recognise all those people and give them the same opportunities that we give the sportsmen and women.
I think it's fair to say that in the citation that we read there, you've kind of just transformed Navy Aquatics. Yeah, aquatics has been quite hard since COVID to get everything going again. It's definitely not me. I'm here representing the association and the chair and all the committee behind us that have really got everything going again.
we're in a much better place than where we were years ago, and really progressing and seeing some fantastic achievements across all 4 disciplines is something that we haven't seen in some cases for decades and in some cases ever in the history of youth forces aquatics.
I wonder whether the pandemic actually was a spearhead in a way to get people back out there on the water again.
It gave us an opportunity to refresh, to focus. Obviously, people have moved through, and other people have taken an interest in the sport, and that's something that we've really been focusing on at all different levels, whether elite and you know, our inter-services winning athletes, those competing at nationals and getting records, but equally at the grassroots level. Only last week we were at the Adaptive Grassroots Festival, providing opportunity for those in the recovery pathway. So at all different levels across sport, we've been facilitating that.
Has that given you the most pleasure in a way to see the way that it's developed in that way?
I think opening out and breaking down those barriers that you need to be a certain speed or a certain level. If you've got an enjoyment to take part in the sport, then that's absolutely where we should be encouraging people and facilitating.
And once again, Royal Navy has dominated.
Yeah, dominating. I mean, you'd expect the Royal Navy to be dominating in the aquatics. So good for us to be continuing that, and hopefully much more in the future.
Absolutely. Adam, many congratulations. You are the official of the year.
Thank you very much.
Commodore Ma'am, distinguished and honoured guests, my name is LPT James Teixeira and I'm a PTI based on HMS Queen Elizabeth. I will be reading out the citations for Young Sportsperson of the Year Award, and the first nomination is AB Jessica Morrish. Naval Nurse Jessica Morrish has had an exceptional sporting year representing Royal Navy cycling, establishing herself as one of the RN's outstanding young athletes. Jessica raced extensively as a junior before joining the RN in 2022. Despite the challenges of balancing her nurse training and cycling, she quickly returned to competition, representing the RN in road cycling at the highest level. In 2024, she placed third in the Inter-Service Road Race Championships, the first time in history that a non-Army rider had reached the podium. That breakthrough performance earned her selection for the UK Armed Forces Cycling Women's Road Race team for the 2025 season. Jessica built on her success by competing nationally against semi-professional cyclists. She won the British Universities and Colleges Sports Criterium Championships and finished 12th in the Ronde van Wijnswold National Stage Race. Jessica's standout achievement this year was winning the Helix Inter-Service Road Race Championships, becoming the first female RN rider to do so. Facing a strong Army team, she forced her way into an early breakaway and powered to a historic victory, breaking decades of Army dominance. Jessica showcased her athleticism and commitment to RN sport by winning the RN Triathlon Championships and placing fourth in the Inter-Service Triathlon Championships. Despite her demanding role as a full-time naval nurse, her determination and historic inter-service victory have set a standard for RN cycling. Naval Nurse Jessica Morrish is wholeheartedly recommended for wide recognition as Royal Navy Young Sportsperson of the Year. The second nominee is Leading Hand Simon Noakes. Leading Hand Simon Noakes has had an impressive year, demonstrating exceptional talent, determination and maturity. Representing the Royal Navy's climbing team in bouldering, routes and combined formats, he proudly competed in 2 inter-service events and the UK Armed Forces team at the European Military Climbing Championships. Simon achieved all of this while completing his Phase 2 Marine Engineer training, making his success even more remarkable. Balancing intense physical training with the demands of being a trainee highlights his excellent naval service values. Simon's standout achievement came at the European Military Climbing Championships, where he competed with the UK Armed Forces climbing team, securing 4th place overall and finishing as the highest ranked climber without a national ranking. His strong performance in the qualifiers earned him a spot in the finals, where he and his teammates won first place in the men's team event, defeating elite professional climbers from both France and Italy. While most would have sought rest after 3 arduous days of competition, Simon's passion for continuous improvement, he participated at the UK's most challenging bouldering venues for some active recovery, showcasing his dedication to climbing at the highest level. Simon's outstanding performances throughout 2025 have been rightly recognised, earning him a desired spot on the UK Armed Forces climbing, bouldering and routes team for the upcoming season. Beating hundreds of competitors for this prestigious position, his selection alone is recognition of his skill, resilience and potential in this sport. For his exceptional achievements and dedication, leading hand Simon Noakes truly deserves recognition as the Royal Navy Young Sportsperson of the Year. The third and final nominee is able seaman Robbie Shepherd. Not here? No one coming up? No? No, okay. Able seaman Robbie Shepherd has had an exceptional year, excelling in top-level competition while fostering martial arts development in the Royal Navy. Robbie's competitive year began with a double victory at the Royal Navy Martial Arts Championships in May, winning Navy champions titles in International Taekwondo Federation, ITF, sparring and pumps, showcasing his dominance and setting the stage for a successful season. At the ITF Open Welsh tournament, Robbie won silver in second-degree patterns and claimed gold as Open Welsh champion in the 69 to 75 kilogram sparring category. His success continued at the British Championships, where he represented the UK Armed Forces. He won 3 tough bouts, one of which was an England squad member, to become British champion in the black belt middleweight sparring. In June, Robbie earned his 3rd degree black belt before dominating the Inter-Service Championships at HMS Nelson, winning every match to become Inter-Service sparring champion. Internationally, Robbie represented the UK Armed Forces at the Global Taekwondo Federation World Cup, winning bronze in patterns and silver in sparring against top competitors, affirming his status among the world's best in his discipline. Robbie, a dedicated member of the Royal Navy Royal Marines Martial Arts Association at HNMB Clyde, mentors beginners in Taekwondo and promotes grassroots participation with his tireless work ethic and support. This year, Robbie became Royal Navy, Inter-Service, Welsh and British champion, as well as a World Cup medalist, showcasing his excellence, resilience and dedication in high-level competitions. Able seaman Robbie Shepherd's achievement exemplify the highest standards of Royal Navy sport, making him a deserving nominee for the Royal Navy Young Sportsperson of the Year. I would like to invite Commodore Andrew Rose, OBE, Military Strategic Headquarters, to announce the winner.
Well, congratulations to all the nominees for the exceptional contribution. The winner is AB Robbie Shepherd.
Gentlemen, as you probably gather, Robbie is not able to be here with us tonight, but he has sent us this video message to say a huge thank you for the award.
Good evening everyone. I'd like to say a massive thank you for winning this award. It's an honour and a privilege to be given your Young Sportsperson of the Year award this year. Apologies again that I cannot attend this event, but I hope you're all having a wonderful time. I'd like to say thank you to Lieutenant Mark White for being there in my place and representing the Martial Arts Association. I'd also like to thank Colonel Ben Reynolds, Warrant Officer Bernie Maybe and Warrant Officer Al Cutton, as well as Mr Francis Miller for all their help along the way this year for my Taekwondo journey. Without them, this award could not have been possible, and an absolute massive thank you to the rest of the guys in the team. Apologies again, I could not be there tonight, but I'm sure you all have a fab time, and good luck to the rest of the nominees.
We could ask Lieutenant Mark White to come up, please, to accept the award on Robbie's behalf. Mark, before you go, sorry, the sting in the tail. I think, obviously, we just heard Robbie there. It clearly means so much to him to win this award, and delighted that you could accept it on his behalf. But he's had a phenomenal year.
So, martial arts within the Royal Navy exemplifies all the core values and standards of the Royal Navy. The discipline, the commitment, the courage, the integrity, the loyalty and the respect that we, in all martial arts, apply chimes so well with the Royal Navy. Robbie, as well as being in trouble with me, but is also phenomenal at everything he does. In Taekwondo, which is nearly as cool as karate, but not quite, has done so well this year and hides his light under a bushel. We have to push some of our individuals forward and promote them because they won't promote themselves. They do phenomenal things, our young people, if we just allow them to shine. And some of them don't understand this, so pushing them forwards is a thing. He can't be here tonight because he's on his leading seaman career course, so he's currently down at Raleigh in a critical phase of his training, but he will be a leading hand and an exemplary force for good for the Royal Navy.
And I think we should say as well, the other two nominees that we heard about, obviously, Jessica and Simon, phenomenal as well.
So all our young people in the Royal Navy are doing amazing things in sport, and the opportunities that we afford them through the various funding routes that we've got and the sport can't be spoke for highly enough. We do amazing things if we just give them the opportunity to shine.
Can I just ask you a question? I had down here that obviously there are three main successes that he's had in the three disciplines. So Taekwondo, sparring and Poomse.
Poomse.
What is it? Poomse. What is that?
Poomse in Taekwondo is the patterns. They're the set things that they won't accept that they basically stole from karate. But you know, that's a controversial element. But it's the coordinated dancing in a martial art way. But they sold themselves better at Seoul than we did in Tokyo, so they win.
And to win all these titles this year, including the international one, that means that I think we should be seeing Robbie here on this stage at some stage, maybe as the Sportsman of the Year in the future.
So he is absolutely phenomenal, and one of the best things about him is his mentorship of others. So not only does he push himself forwards for all of these things, but he also encourages, and he's managed to convert a couple of grassroots individuals to engaging with the sport and now making it at the highest level as well. It shouldn't be understated that this young able seaman has done the Navy Championships, the Inter-Services, the national championships of his country, or in Wales, in Scotland, and international level as well. And he did all of this mainly on his own with a limited amount of support from the Royal Navy Royal Marines Martial Arts Association.
Well, very, very rich congratulations from you, Mark. Thank you for that. And for Robbie Shepherd, many congratulations. You are an incredible star.
He's still in trouble.
Commodore Ma'am, distinguished and honoured guests, my name is Petty Officer Katie Cohen and I'm a PTI based at His Majesty's Naval Base Clyde. I will be reading out the citations for Coach of the Year. First nomination is Sergeant Andrew Hunter. An exemplary ambassador for service sport, Sergeant Andrew Hunter was the driving force behind the Royal Navy victory at the Inter-Service Sport Climbing Championships in 2025. This significant achievement is a testament to the unwavering dedication in the development of Royal Navy sport climbing from burgeoning amateurs to elite athletes over his 10-year tenure as team manager. The growth of Royal Navy sport climbing over the past decade has been remarkable, with opportunities now spanning grassroots participation to selection to the UK Armed Forces. While some may attribute this success to the sport's inclusion as an Olympic event, the real mastermind behind this transformation and success has been Andy, who has delicately balanced his demanding core role with delivery of an accessible and inclusive player pathway for all. Andy's leadership and dedication in 2025 has delivered outstanding results for the competitive level, with 8 members of the Royal Navy selected for UK Armed Forces sport climbing team, all of whom contributed significantly to the UCAF achieving its first European Military Climbing Championship victory. These achievements highlight the impact of Andy's dedication to identifying potential, developing talent, and fostering a culture of excellence within the Royal Navy. Sergeant Andrew Hunter is quite simply the catalyst behind every pillar of success for the Royal Navy sport climbing. His vision, dedication and ability to inspire others across the spectrum of novice to highly talented athletes has been transformational, resulting in a thriving and accessible sport, leaving a legacy for current and future generations. He is wholeheartedly recommended for Royal Navy Coach of the Year. The second nomination is for Chief Petty Officer Dave Pascoe. Chief Petty Officer Dave Pascoe has had an extraordinary impact on Royal Navy Rugby as head coach of the senior men's team, culminating in an historic season in 2025. Under his leadership, the team has achieved remarkable success, including numerous inter-service championship victories. But, following the heartbreak of a narrow defeat to the Army in the final minutes of the 2024 inter-service match, Dave's ability to rally the team, refocus their efforts and instill belief was instrumental in their triumphant rebound in 2025, culminating in a dominant performance at the Army-Navy match, a moment that will be remembered as a pinnacle of achievement for Royal Navy Rugby. Dave's success is built on strategic vision, motivational leadership and exceptional people skills. He empowers his assistant coaches, fostering their development and creating a collaborative environment. His genuine empathy for players ensures they feel valued and supported, while his commitment to core skills and improvement and pushing players to compete at the highest levels has raised the overall standard of Navy Rugby. Dave's influence extends beyond the senior men's team. He dedicates his time to mentoring the under-23 coaches and watching their matches, ensuring talent is identified and developed early off the pitch. He has fostered a culture of excellence rooted in discipline, belief, respect, selflessness and enjoyment, shaping players into leaders who embody the Royal Navy's core values. For his decades of service, transformative leadership and enduring legacy, culminating in an historic inter-service championship victory in 2025, Chief Petty Officer Dave Pascoe is a truly deserving candidate as Royal Navy Coach of the Year. And the final nomination is for Lieutenant Commander Sam Thompson. Lieutenant Commander Sam Thompson has been the mastermind behind developing and refining Royal Navy Triathlon pre-season preparation. Triathlon training camps have evolved into focused, targeted sessions, equipping athletes with the tools to start their season strong, reduce injury risk and enhance technical skill. For the past 2 years, Sam has led the camps with exceptional dedication and expertise. The results speak for themselves. There has been a noticeable increase in podium finishes at both inter-service and Royal Navy Championship events. Royal Navy Triathlon encompasses a wide range of ability and experience across its athlete pool. Sam consistently delivers training plans that challenge seasoned competitors while remaining inclusive and supportive of newer athletes, fostering team cohesion and mutual respect. Sam has been instrumental in increasing grassroots participation, creating a welcoming environment that encourages newcomers to take their first steps into the sport. His approach, style, inclusive coaching ethos helped grow the base of the sport, ensuring that the Royal Navy Triathlon continues to thrive from the bottom up. Lieutenant Commander Sam Thompson is nominated as the Royal Navy Coach of the Year for his unwavering commitment to triathlon. He has developed winning athletes, grown grassroots participation, and still finds time to race himself, this year marking his 5th time representing the United Kingdom at the World Ironman Championships. And to present the award for Coach of the Year, I'd like to present to the stage Commodore Joe Adey, ADC, Head of Maritime Reserves.
So it gives me great pleasure to present this award. Our coaches, like our officials, are often the unsung heroes of our sport. And as we've heard from those 3 exceptional nominations, they are essential not only to the sportsmen and women being able to thrive, but even just to discover sport first and foremost. Notwithstanding 3 exceptional nominations, there can only ever be one winner, and that this evening is Chief Dave Pascoe.
Well, Dave, I know what you're thinking. Oh, no, not another interview. We've done quite a few of these over the years, haven't we? But first of all, I think we should pay tribute to Andy and Sam there. Fantastic nominees.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, thanks, John. You've been with me pretty much 26 years or so along the way with the rugby, so yeah, we have done this once before. One of the things I would like to say or see is this chip shot out the bunker that Chats Harris has supposedly performed, because the team are saying that he spends more time in the sand than David Hasselhoff.
I've got it on my mobile phone. I'll show it to you later, okay?
Perfect.
I mean, Dave, obviously, from player, 35 caps, 8 years as team captain, head coach for 9 years. That's quite a shift you put in.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and I tried to reflect on it a little bit the other day, and it's almost impossible. There's a lot of people, some of the people who are in this room, like Bob Gray, who presented the award earlier, was one of the first people on my table when I first capped for the Navy. And he was the secretary, I think, at the time, and he said, I remember in conversation, I was like 17, 18, and he said, like, what do you want to do now, you know, or what did you want to be, or something like this. I remember him saying, and I said, I wanted to be a fisherman. I'm not sure how he took that up, but 28 years later, I'm still in the Navy, and I stuck with the rugby the whole way through.
But as a Cornishman, I mean, being a fisherman is quite understandable, really.
Yeah, I didn't really know I found myself in the Navy at that point, but I was in there and I was playing rugby and I was enjoying it, and that's what I stayed doing. So as long as I was fit and able, I was wanting to put my hat in the ring. And that took me to play 15, 16 consecutive years at Twickenham. And then once injuries took over, I then went into the coaching. First year as assistant coach we won the Army Navy, and I thought, oh, this is easy. And then the head coach role came up in 2018, so I interviewed, took it, and I've been in that role ever since. And it took me about 6 years to then beat the Army, or RAF and Army, but obviously the main one in this room is obviously we all want to beat the Army. And that was sort of like the highlight of the career. I then wanted to do it again, so everyone was like, we need to go back to back. That hasn't been done for 50 years. And we, as mentioned in that citation, don't know who wrote that, wanted to bring it up, but we lost the last play of the game. Yeah, so that one was really bitter, really hurt, like, 11 points up, 4 minutes to go. I thought it was in the bag. They scored, so we were still 4 points up with 45 seconds to go. Plenty of time, still in the bag. And then they went and scored the last play of the game. We lost by a point. So I then said, like, I'm going to have to come back for one more year, much to the wife's peril. And we came back and I made sure that we were going to win that inter-service title, and we did last year. Yeah.
They were jolly glad that you did,
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah. It was good.
I mean, Dave, you mentioned that obviously you've experienced everything there is to experience at Twickenham. You've kicked a winning penalty at Twickenham to win inter-services championship. Does that victory last year, does that top everything as the head coach?
I mean, it's up there. Yeah, it's right up there. I'm trying to think now right on the spot about other sort of like highlights, if you like, but 2010 was a big one for me as captain, lifting the trophy. Again, I'll take you right back to 2001, was the first time I sort of played or started the game, and we won by 14 points, and I thought, this is the norm, this is what we do, we just win at Twickenham. And it took me to 2010, so 9 years to beat them. And I was on the back of some hidings live on Sky Sports, much to my friends' delight, watching back in the pub, and I got ripped for a lot of it. But 2010, when we did win, and I was captain, lifting that trophy was a big one. And then it took another 5 or 6 years to beat them again. It doesn't come around that often. But I feel like we've built an environment. I've got a team and a group around with some sort of longevity. So I should be stood here saying we've gone 3 from 3. We haven't, as results dictate. So we're 2 out of 3, but there's no reason why that group can't go and win next year.
I'm just going to finally ask you about that. Obviously, you've got a new coach coming in, Freddie Fredrickson, and she's making some history. The very first time that we've had a female head coach of the Royal Navy senior men's team. She's going to do a fantastic job because she's got everything there and the experience. What piece of advice maybe have you got for her?
It's a tough one, that. I think you just got to back yourself, and go with what you believe. I was a big believer in setting the environment for the guys to sort of flourish and giving everyone a sort of a voice and a chance to sort of achieve where they want to go rugby-wise. And that takes like a lot of sort of personal interaction to understand what players want. Everyone's different. And in a group of sort of 40 or 50 players for a season, that's a lot of personal interaction, if you like, but for understanding and knowing your group. But once you know them and you understand where they want to go and what they want to achieve, you're in a good place to go and win inter-services.
Well, Dave, you've seen it all, you've done it all in Navy rugby, and you are now the Royal Navy's Coach of the Year. Congratulations.
Commodore Ma'am, distinguished and honoured guests, my name is LT Holly Cole and I'm an exercise rehabilitation instructor at HMS Collingwood. Firstly, I'd like to apologise, I'm very short and they didn't provide a step. So I'll be reading out citations for the Sportswoman of the Year. The first nomination is for Lieutenant Sarah Belcher. Lieutenant Sarah Belcher has had a phenomenal season, representing the Royal Navy in Cresta Tobogganing, delivering historic results and displaying exceptional leadership and sporting excellence. Sarah's performance during the 24-25 winter season marked a significant moment for both the sport and service representation. Not only was she the fastest Royal Navy rider at the 25 Inter-Service Cresta Championships, but she also became the first woman in history to win the RN team's fastest rider slot under the newly gender-neutral scoring system introduced for the Inter-Services Prince Philip Trophy. Sarah's competitive success extended into the civilian season, where she returned to St Moritz to race in the Grand National. There, she broke the long-standing course record for the fastest female rider ever, with a remarkable time of 55.71 seconds, smashing the previous record and earning national attention across the Cresta community. Beyond the ice, Sarah is an integral part of the RN Cresta's team leadership. Serving as a team captain throughout the 25 season, she led by example, supporting the novice riders and creating a strong, inclusive culture within the squad. Sarah's consistent drive, resilience and humility make her a role model for all service athletes, and her success this season has directly contributed to raising the profile of the RN Cresta team and inspiring the next generation of riders, male and female alike. Lieutenant Sarah Belcher is strongly recommended for the Royal Navy Sportswoman of the Year. The second nomination is for Chief Petty Officer Amy Taylor. Chief Petty Officer Amy Taylor joined the Royal Navy Equestrian Association in 2015 and has made an impact in every season since, with 2025 being her most successful to date. Notable achievements include competing on the international stage and being selected for the UK Armed Forces show jumping team. These successes are made even more remarkable given her new partnership with a rather feisty mare, Clara. That is a horse. This combination of rider and horse has been unstoppable, a testament to Amy's commitment to the sport and to building trust with Clara. Together they competed internationally on the renowned Pilbergen Tour in Holland, representing Great Britain, an accomplishment never achieved before by an RN show jumper. A stunning performance saw Amy place 4th in the CSI First Class. Earlier in the season, Amy won the first London International Horse Show qualifier at the RAF Championship, before also qualifying for the Horse of the Year show, another prestigious event. These combined performances earned Amy and Clara a coveted place on the UK Armed Forces show jumping team. Out of the saddle, Amy is equally competent, committed and pivotal in the continuing success of the RN Equestrian Association. As Treasurer, she has ensured the financial stability of the association. She has also continued in her role as Association Training Officer, overseeing all training, which has ensured the development of all RN equestrians. Chief Petty Officer Amy Taylor's outstanding achievements on the show jumping circuit this season, combined with her invaluable commitment, skill and leadership within the RN Equestrian Association, set her apart as a truly deserving nominee for the Royal Navy Sportswoman of the Year. And the final nomination is for Colour Sergeant Claire Walsh. Colour Sergeant Claire Walsh is nominated for the outstanding performance as an archer that she's shown this since starting with a compound bow just 2 years ago. Having been shooting the recurve bow for a few years prior, she has excelled with the compound style. Claire has been shooting for both the RN and Hampshire County, and in the past year has made superb progress, resulting in her being ranked 9th in the UK among female compound archers. In inter-service competitions, she has consistently been ranked 1st. Claire has also been an active member of the RN Archery Committee, helping to grow the number of archers within the RN, whilst also contributing to Navy Fit events and publications. With growing numbers, Claire has taken on a coaching and mentoring role, helping the newer members whilst also assisting with training in her local archery club. For her considerable influence and efforts within archery and representing the RN at the highest service level of the sport, Colour Sergeant Claire Walsh is thoroughly recommended for the Royal Navy Sportswoman of the Year. I'd now like to welcome to the stage Victoria Pendleton, OBE, CBE, MBE, OBE, CBE, sorry. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
No. Congratulations to all the nominees. And the winner of the Navy Sportswoman of the Year is Chief Petty Officer Amy Taylor.
Amy, congratulations. It must mean so much to you to be the Sportswoman of the Year.
Yes, thanks, John. Congratulations to Claire and Sarah, some amazing achievements, which makes it almost surreal. But yeah, it's been an amazing year for myself and for the equestrian team, so I'm really proud.
Yeah, you just took that question right out of my mouth. It has been an incredible year, but you've given 10 years of service to Royal Navy Equestrian. Is this by far the best?
Yes, absolutely. It's one of those accumulations of 10 years in the making, and it's always been a dream to compete internationally for me. So this year I had my first opportunity, and it's all due to the support of the Royal Navy, the talented athlete scheme, which led me to achieve it, and obviously the amazing team behind the Royal Navy Equestrian.
Now, we heard about your feisty mare, but Clara, just tell her, in fact, Clara, ladies and gentlemen, was invited tonight. Unfortunately, she said, no, thank you.
Brilliant. No, get it back, come on.
But,
Yeah.
no, seriously though, I mean, the great thing about equestrianism, and in fact horse racing as well, is it is a combination of human and animal. And when you both work together and you both win together, that is just extraordinary.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you say, you know, they say people are like their dogs sometimes. Well, me and Clara are very alike. We get a bit anxious, we're very keen, we're competitive. She's literally the mirror of me. So when we come together and get it right, we absolutely do get it right. And like Victoria alluded to earlier, it's all a mental game, and a lot with equestrianism, if you are nervous, the horse feels it. So we've been working a lot this year in the Royal Navy Equestrian on mental fitness and getting better at containing your emotions. And I think that's helped massively in our progression going forward. It's been great.
And of course, you were the first to qualify for the jump finals, which are, what, 12 days away, something like that?
Yeah, 18th of December we'll be taking to London Excel. Top 8 riders across the UK Armed Forces, of which this year, for the first time, we've got 2 Royal Navy riders. So that's an amazing achievement. It's a great stage, great equestrian event, and we're very excited and fingers crossed.
So you've got that to look forward to before Christmas. But in the meantime, what does it actually mean to you to win this award? Not just for you, but maybe for your sport as well, because it's probably the first time equestrian has got into this league.
Yeah, it's amazing for myself, but yeah, like you say, my team, and just to spread the awareness, we've been working really hard to try and get the sport out there and make people realise that it is open to all. We've worked really hard this year, well, last few years, to build up a development programme with a lot of Highland suppliers. So we have Highland horses that our riders can have constant access to, which gives them that opportunity to compete for the Navy whilst not owning their own horse. So it makes it accessible to all, and that's what we've been pushing for, and our team is growing and growing, and it's great. It's great to see.
It's fantastic. Well, we look forward to, obviously, and wish you all the very best for the jumping finals coming up later in the month. But for now, you are the Royal Navy Sportswoman of the Year.
Thank you, John.
Commodore Ma'am, distinguished and honoured guests. My name is Chief Petty Officer Chris Young. I'm a PTI based at Britannia Royal Naval College, Dartmouth, and I'll be reading the citations tonight for the Sportsman of the Year. 2023 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 Sports The first nomination is Colour Sergeant Colin Francis, Royal Navy Judo. Colour Sergeant Colin Francis has represented the Royal Navy Judo for over 15 years and is the current Secretary for the Royal Navy and Royal Marines and Head Coach of the Navy. He has competed internationally and coached globally, including Assistant Coach to the Team GB Paralympic team at the 2023 International Blind Sports Federation World Championships in Tokyo. His contribution to the Royal Marines and Royal Navy Judo has been exemplary. Last year, he won silver at the European Masters Championships, losing narrowly to the reigning world championship from Georgia. While deployed with 30 Commando, he trained relentlessly and went on to secure bronze at the Las Vegas Veterans World Championships. In May, at the European Veteran Championships in Latvia, he won 3 of 4 bouts with the maximum scores and taking gold in just 10 seconds in the final. Crowned European Masters champion in his weight division, he remains one of the world's leading competitors. An outstanding athlete, an outstanding coach, Colour Sergeant Francis is recommended for Royal Navy Sportsman of the Year. The second and final nomination for this evening goes to Lieutenant Rich Jenkin, Royal Navy Hockey. Lieutenant Rich Jenkin has been a driving force in the Royal Navy Hockey since joining in 2010. He led the RN to victories in the Indoor Inter-Service Championships in 2011 and 2012. He engages at every level, from grassroots to international, regularly running hockey sessions at Yeovilton. A qualified umpire and mentor, he remains a cornerstone of RN hockey development. This season, he stepped up and took the role as player-manager-coach. Under his leadership, the RN pushed the RAF and the Army to the limit in the indoor inter-services before he led the RN Masters to a stunning 8-1 victory over the Army, scoring every single goal himself. Building on his Navy and UK Armed Forces success, he was selected and named captain for the England over-35 squad for the 2024 Masters World Cup, leading England to wins over Australia, Ghana, Wales, Scotland, and a 4-3 final triumph against South Africa. He secured his 3rd international gold. Lieutenant Rich Jenkin is recommended for Royal Navy Sportsman of the Year. To announce the winner, I'd like to introduce to the stage Colonel Chris Hall, Royal Marine, Head of People Support.
Firstly, congratulations to both nominees, some really compelling citations. Secondly, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to all those involved from the volunteer community in the delivery of Navy sport. There are literally hundreds of people involved, and it wouldn't happen without you, whether you are in the room or elsewhere. So thank you for all you do. And a huge thank you also to Cole Davies and his team based in Temeraire for all the work that they do in general delivering sport across the whole of the Navy, and in also putting on such a fantastic evening tonight. So thank you to all of you. So congratulations to both nominees, but the winner is Lieutenant Rich Jenkin.
gentle. Thank you.
Rich, many congratulations. Royal Navy Sportsman of the Year. I'm sure, first of all, you just like a word there for Colin, because that was quite a citation as well.
Yeah, congratulations, Colin, on all your achievements. I'll be honest, I didn't think I had a chance after reading your citation, and that's probably why I've had a couple too many glasses of red wine.
I'll be gentle with you. Listen, you know, this is an incredible victory, an incredible thing to win, but your year has been absolutely phenomenal, hasn't it?
It's been a busy year, yeah. The inter-services was great. The tournament in Cape Town was incredible. And I've got to say thank you to the wife. Juggling 2 under 2 and letting me swan off to Cape Town for 12 days was quite remarkable of her.
But to be player, coach and manager all at the same time, that's quite a task.
Yeah, the coach I didn't know about until the last minute. Probably should have guessed because I was the coach the year before. It was a bit of a challenge. We've got a new bit of a build moment for the Navy team. We've got some really talented young players coming through, similar to the kind of golfing situation where we've got an opportunity to build into the next kind of couple of years and create that legacy, kind of what those guys have done. So congrats to the golf guys. Really good effort.
And is that quite exciting for you in a way, when you can see, you know, young up-and-coming players who you think actually are going to really keep the dynasty going?
Oh, it's wonderful. I can't wait to retire.
Well, from playing, but you've still got the other jobs to do.
Yeah, maybe I'll blow a whistle a little bit more, but I'm not looking forward to that.
I mean, let's talk about your playing as well, and scoring 8 goals in the game. That's quite unusual, isn't it?
It's a bit skewed, that stat. It was a really strong Navy Masters team, and we scored all our goals from set pieces, which takes most of the team to achieve. And I just happened to be the last touch on the ball. It was absolutely a team effort.
You meant every single one of them to happen.
Sure.
And just tell me, what will this mean for your sport to be the Sportsman of the Year?
I think it's great. I think Navy Hockey's got such a long way to come. We've got a new manager coming in, hopefully a new coach, lots of young talent. So hopefully some of the old guys can move into the Masters a bit more regularly. I think it's a really exciting time to push a very strong Army and legacy RAF team.
Well, Rich, you are the Royal Navy's Sportsman of the Year. Many, many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to all our winners and nominees this evening, and a huge thank you to our guest speakers and narrators. To close the award ceremony, I would like to ask Commodore Nielsen, OBE, to say a few words to close the event.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm only going to take a couple of minutes because I know that many of you will be dying to get to the bar. But I think you'll agree it has been an absolutely fantastic night. We've recognised so many sports, individuals, teams, coaches, and everything in between. I'd just like to express thanks on your behalf to the people who have made tonight happen, and to recognise the additional work they have all undertaken alongside very busy day jobs. I'm sure you'll agree that it has definitely been worth it. So Colonel Chris before me has already highlighted the team at Temerare, but you can't say that too often. So to Cy Tucker, Cole, and like I say, everyone in Temerare, thank you so much. Mr. Verco, you've done an absolutely fantastic job, very well done. There's clearly a job in Sky Sports or something like that when you finally leave. Thank you. Together, you have all pulled off a very special evening at the most amazing venue here at Lord's Cricket Ground. To the Royal Marine Corps of Drums and, of course, the team at BFBS for being here and facilitating the live stream so that many more people can see the success of our individuals and teams here this evening alongside those who are unable to be with us in person. Clearly, a very big thank you to the team at Lords for allowing us to return. We clearly got away with it last time. Let's hope we get away with it this time as well. I think you'll agree it really is a fitting stage for this prestigious event, and it's a true privilege to be here. The food and service has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you. And of course to our sponsors and the sports charity who continue to be so very generous supporting evenings like this evening, but also the many sporting fixtures throughout the year. More broadly, I'd also like to thank all of the association volunteers. Without you, sport across the Royal Navy simply would not happen. And so, as we draw this amazing evening to a close, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on why sport plays such an important place across the Royal Navy. For us, it is not just a pastime. It is a vital extension of the qualities that define us as sailors, marines and leaders, whether regular or reserve. Out at sea, on operations and in every corner of the world where we serve, we rely on teamwork. We depend on the person next to us to give their best physically, mentally and morally. Sport builds that instinct. It teaches us to push our limits, to trust our teammates and to compete with pride and integrity. Sport gives us resilience and also connection. It helps us stay calm and focus and generates a sense of belonging. It strengthens our community and with it, our ability to face whatever lies ahead. Indeed, every hour spent training, every fixture played and every goal pursued contributes not just to personal fitness, but to operational effectiveness, mental well-being and the spirit of the service that will prepare the Royal Navy for warfighting by 2029. Now, for those of you who weren't in the room, we were very privileged here to listen to Victoria, MBE, CBE talk to us early this evening. Your humble approach to what you have achieved underpins the very gracious person you clearly are. And I have to say that you really are truly inspiring, and we are very lucky to have you supporting the Royal Navy as an honorary colonel in the Royal Marines. And so with that said, a huge congratulations to our nominees and to our winners, and a very big thank you to those who have taken the time to write the citations to support the nominations. With 10,500 service personnel playing competitive sport in 2025, 13 inter-service champions, and with the Royal Navy representing UCAF 83 times this year, alongside a really strong elite sports persons programme, I think you'll agree that Navy sport is going from strength to strength. Very well done, everyone, and thank you.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the 2025 Royal Navy Sports Awards. Don't forget the winners will go on to the UCAF Sports Awards, which will be happening next spring, sometime here in London. But from all of us here in the Long Room at Lord's tonight, thank you so much for joining us, and a very good night. Thank you.
Lovely offload, fantastic stuff. And it's another try for the Royal Air Force. What a game we've seen here tonight. Fantastic performance from the Royal Navy, the reigning champions, beaten by the Navy. Another score for the Army. Fantastic way to respond to RAF pressure. Has he got over the line? He has. And it's a lovely score there from the Air Force. They get their try. They've been searching.
It's been an emotional day for each of those players. A euphoric ending to this one.